Good day. Hello, this is Young Family Taiji, long form, third section. But today we're going to do a review of the second section. There are a lot of pieces of the second section that are used in the third section. So what I'd like to do is we're going to run through the whole second section first. And then we're going to do little pieces of it, especially the ones that you are going to use again in the third section. Okay? So I'm going to turn around and we will start at cross hands. Cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Shift right. Turn your left foot just past the corner. Separate your hands, pull in the right foot. Swing, step, brush, strike, roll back. Shift your way back as you circle your arms. Then turn to the side. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, and expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders in the direction of your front foot. Flatten your hands. Come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push forward. Fist under elbow. Shift back and flatten your hands. Turn your foot to the 12 o'clock as you pull and turn. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off with the left and push out with the right. Step to the corner and ward off with the left. Step your right foot parallel to the left. Pull with the left. Make your fist with the right. Change your footwork. Lift with the left and punch with the right. Repulse monkey. Swing, step, hand to the shoulder as your foot comes down, turn and strike. 2, swing, step, hand to the shoulder, turn and strike. 3, swing, step, hand to the shoulder, turn and strike. Diagonal flying. Start turning. Pull in your right foot. Step and close. Turn your left foot to the straight as you open. Raise hands and step forward. Shift right. Circle your arms. Push off the toe of your right foot. Root your right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands. Pull down. Shift your weight back. Circle your arms, step and close, turn, step and open your wings. Left brush knee, turn your hands, swing, step, brush, strike. Needle at sea bottom, yield forward, pull in the right foot, push off the heel of the left foot as you come back. Change your footwork and sink down. Fan through the back. Come back up. Left attaches to right. Step, bow stands. Separate. You're standing straight up and down. Turn body chop with fist. Circle your arms as you turn your left foot to the corner. Make your fist as you shift your weight back to the left. Chop, strike, parry, block, and punch. Circle your arms, hands come to the center. Pull down, swing, step. 1 line, 2 sides. Parry, block, and punch. Step up to right ward off. So turn your left toe to the corner as you separate your hands. Pull left, ward off down with the right. pull in the right foot, step and close, ward off right. Roll back. Shift to the corner as you rotate your arms. Shift your weight back as your arms go to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, press forward, push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push forward. Single whip. Shift back, flatten your hands, turn and pull all the way around, press down, release the left foot, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Cloud hands, shift right, turn the left foot to the straight. As your left hand comes toward the right, pull left, ward off right. 1. The other direction, step. 2. Step. 3. Step right foot to the corner. Keep going, and as you get to the end, right hand makes a hook hand. Left hand is in ward off. Step, deflect, strike. High pat on horse. Activate your hands. Push off the heel of the left foot. Change to empty stance. Toe touch with the right. With the left. Right separation kick. Circle your arms. Flat a circle. Step and close. Turn to the right corner. Then turn to the left corner as you cross your arms. Stand up. Look. Kick. Bend knee. Sit. Step. Left separation kick. Circle arms. Cross. Stand up. Look. Kick. Bend knee. Turn body. And left heel kick. Left brush knee. Turn your hands. Swing, step. Brush. Strike. Right brush knee. Left hand comes up part way. Hands come to the center as the left toe turns to the corner. Swing, step, brush, strike. Step up and punch down. Right hand comes up part way. Hands come to the center as the right foot turns to the corner. Both hands go to the right as you make your fist and step. Brush, punch down. Turn body, chop with fist. Come up, turn. Your right fist is down. Your left hand is over your head. Then chop, strike. Parry, block, and punch. Hands circle and come to the center. Pull down, swing, step. Parry, block, punch. Step up, turn your left foot to the corner and open your hands. Circle your right arm down, cross, and right heel kick. Sit, step. Both hands come to the right as you shift your weight to the right. Then look and step, bow stance. Circle your arms and make your fists, striking tiger. Your bottom hand should be in front of your tummy and your top hand should be over your head. Your left hand should be like white crane, so it's over your head. Okay. Then right striking tiger. Shift weight back to the right foot. Turn your left foot so that it's to the front corner. As you move your weight to the left, release your two fists. Pull your right foot back. Step and look. Circle your arms and strike the tiger on the right. Turn body and right heel kick. Shift your weight back. Well, turn your left foot to the corner. Then turn your right and then ward off with the left fist. Then turn your right toe parallel to the left. Circle your right fist and then cross. As you stand up, open your fist and kick. Right heel kick. Twin fist strike opponent's ears. Turn. Step. Circle your arms. Strike. Left heel kick. Make a circle with your fist. As you come to the bottom, cross with the left on the inside. Come up, right, left is on the outside now. Release your fists and kick. Bend knee. Turn body and right heel kick. Move your foot back, turn your hands. Circle, step back on your left foot. Right hand is on the outside. Right heel kick. Bend knee. Parry, block, and punch. Sit. Step. One line, two sides. Left hand comes to the shoulder as the right hand turns over. Block. Bow stance. Punch. Apparent close-up. Yield forward. Left hand goes under right. Release the right fist. Come back. Hands in front of your chest and push forward. Cross hands. Make a triangle with your hands. Turn and chop. Move your weight to the left. Hands facing back. Parallel stance now. Cross at the bottom. Right hand in. Turn them up. The right hand is now out. And that's cross hands, and then you're going to get ready to go into the third section. So you came in like just after cloud hands, right? I think. So would you like to do more review of the beginning part since you did more of the end part, or which parts would you like to work on?
Yorush, madam.
What?
Yeah. Yorush.
I don't understand.
Yorush. Yorush. Starting or ending? Yorush.
Starting from the beginning.
Hmm.
Okay, so the part that you missed was from the beginning until high pat, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So why don't we just do that section now, and we'll do more detail for those sections. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So so starting with Embrace Tiger, Return to Mountain. What I want you to think of is Embrace Tiger, Return to Mountain is a little bit like a diagonal right brush knee. Okay. I don't know if you know what that means, since I don't know how much of the first section you know too. So let's do a little review of that too, okay? So when I do it the same way as you, I'll do it one time, same as you. Then I'm going to turn around so that you can see the hands a little bit better, and or some other angle so that you can see better. Because if I do it the same direction as you, my back is toward you, so you cannot see my hands, right? So, but you can see my footwork better. So, you know, a little good, a little bad. Okay, so if I do the same direction as you, and I'm at cross hands, when I turn, my left foot goes just inside that corner. Then my weight comes back, my foot comes in. Now, as my weight comes back, I separate my arms. Then my foot comes in. Then I step, swing, step, brush, and strike. So the way a brush knee works is from wherever you start. If you start at, well, this one is, the starting is a little different. But if I start here and I turn, you can see my foot is going inside of the corner. Then as I come back, I release this foot and pull it in, okay? Then, so let me see if I can do it faster here. So here, when I'm swinging, step. So I, at the end of my swing, I step. That's how the coordination works. So how do the hands go? The left hand is a big swing. The right hand is a little swing. So the left hand swings from the shoulder, swing from the shoulder. The right hand swings from the elbow. Can you see? It goes like this. Okay, so what happens is when I come here and I position my hands, what do I mean by position my hands? This one, the palm is up. This one, the palm is facing that way. So that when I swing, you see, the palm just swings. This one, the palm is facing that way. You see, so it presses down. Okay, so you have three things at the same time. You are moving, swing, step. At the end, you step so that you have a bow stance. Then, if I do it facing you, if I'm, okay. So if I go this way, I guess. This way. Okay, so if I swing, step, okay? The left hand steps when the right hand swings, okay? Then when I say step, it means contact with the left heel, okay? No weight yet, okay? Then when I flatten my foot, I put my foot down. So this is sweeping out, and this one comes to the shoulder. Then as I transfer my weight, so if you look at it this way, what happens is I am swing, step. brush, strike. Can you see I'm transferring my weight as I strike? So that's how the coordination works for a brush knee. Actually, I'm going to be teaching that for first section tomorrow, but you get a preview. But this is a right brush knee, like a right brush knee. Tomorrow I will be teaching left brush knee, and that is the more common variant. For every one right brush knee, you have like 4 left brush knees. So that's why that's why very often people don't do right brush knee as well, because they don't do it as often. So if let's see, what direction? I'm going to do it the opposite of the way I usually do it. So if I cross, can you see I'm turning my foot, and then as I move my weight back, I separate my hands. Why do I do that? Because I need the space in order to swing. I don't want to be bumping against my hand, right? So I separate it so that this can swing down and this can swing step, brush, strike. Okay, so that's how the coordination works. And so basically, every part of that move, you have to have 3 things working at the same time. Okay, you have to have 2 hands and 1 foot working. Okay, so if I'm here one more time, I'm shifting weight. I'm turning my foot and my body. You see I'm turning. Then when the weight goes back, I separate. Swing, step, brush, strike. So if I were to do it more smoothly, it would look like this. Why do I pull in the right foot? Okay, 1, it's because I'm going to make a big step. So I always pull in to get my body balanced before I make a big step. The other reason is the application is my opponent is in front of me and I am pulling in to avoid him. And then when I step, I am stepping essentially, when I'm here, I'm stepping around him so that when I do this, I am putting him over my leg. Okay, so I have to get behind him in order to put him over my leg. Okay, so one more time. I'm shifting, I'm turning, all the weight goes in the back so that I can release this foot. Pull in, swing, step, brush, strike. Okay, the next part, rollback. This is like the rollback of the first section, except it's only the second half. When you did rollback in the first section, okay, you came here to the corner, and then you came to the other corner, and then you did your press and push and so on. This one, when you are finishing your brush knee, what you're going to do is you're going to come up, and then as you circle, you shift weight back, and then you're going to turn. So in the direction you're doing it. See, if I started here, what happens is I'm here. Then I'm going to circle as I move my weight back, and then I turn. So I'm only turning 45 degrees. Remember when you were doing it from the first section, it's 90 degrees, right? So this feels like the second half. It's like I'm starting here and just doing that part. So that's the big difference. You only do half of a rollback, okay? So when you're here, you circle. When you circle, your weight is going back. And then you turn. That's the other difference. In the rollback from the first section, when you came from here and you moved here, you were basically moving continuously. Your weight is continuously moving into the back foot. Here, when you're here and you turn, here is when the weight goes to the back foot. The weight is already in the back foot when you turn. So that's the difference for that one. So then the rest of it, then press push. And you go here to the end of push and you do a single whip. You know how to do a single whip? Okay. Now, cloud hands. Okay. Cloud hands is because it is the only move where you have a kind of stepping that goes like this. See, no other place do you have stepping that's sideways, okay? So essentially what you're going to do is when you're coming from single width, you're going to turn, so this is straight ahead. Then this foot comes parallel, shoulders width apart. Then you're going to move double width, single width, double width, single width. And you want to keep your shoulder at the same height, okay? So remember that when you opened the very beginning of the form, you did opening, and then you did left ward off. This is the height of your entire form, except when you stand up, like to kick or do golden rooster or something like that. Okay, so it's important that you try to keep your knees a little bit bent so that you can keep at the same level. Okay, so when you're at single width and you come back, I turn my foot. I'm just going to show you the footwork. I move, then I move my foot back, then step, 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 step. The last one, it's going to be 3 of them, okay? The last one, when you get to number 3, it's going to be to the corner. It's no longer going to be here. It's going to go to the corner. And the reason is you're going to do a bow step, and that's going to be single width. So it's parallel, parallel, and then a bow stance to single width. In terms of the hands, the coordination of the hands is the first one, you're just going to move your hand over, okay? But then you're going to release your hook hand. Then you're going to make 2 circles. When this one pulls, this one wards off. Okay, so if we do one hand at a time, one hand wards off. Okay, and then when it gets to in front of your face, you start turning. You're going to make a pull now. Pull. When you get to the end, you're going to turn it and ward off. Okay, so it's in one plane. So what happened is I was at a hook hand. I'm going to release that hook hand. I come down, Then I turn, pull, turn. Can you see? But it stays in the same plane, okay? So essentially, it's your forearm that's turning, okay? So when you're here, you turn. So each hand is doing its own thing. So when you're here, so this one is pulling, this one is warding off. Step. The step is when the hands are at the sides. So when this hand is on this side, I step. Then I shift my weight. And when my hands are on this side, I step for double wide. Then I go back to shoulder width. Then double wide. Shoulder width. And the last one, I step toward the corner. And when I step toward the corner, I continue with my hands, the same as I was doing before, until I get to here. Then I make my hook hand. Then I have ward off and hook hand. Standing ward off, deflect and strike. And that's how I get to single whip from the cloud hands. Does that make sense? Okay, so we can practice that. I think it's more helpful if I do it facing you, even though it's not the same direction that you are doing it. Okay, so I'll do it one more time facing you, and then you can see. So if I start, it's like single whip to single whip. You start at single whip, you turn, pull, ward off, step. So this, when we count, this is 1. This is 2. This is 3, and 3 means that you go to the crooked step. Then when you get to the end of there, you make your hook hand. Okay, does that make sense? Because I feel like you didn't get that before, so make up. Okay, so after that, it's high pattern horse. Activate your hands, and then go into kicking. Okay, so why don't we do a couple of times just the beginning part, since you know the end part better. Okay, and I will do it in the same direction as you so you can follow. And then if you have any more questions, we can work on those parts. Okay? Okay. So if we start at cross hands, embrace tiger, return to mountain. Shift right. Turn the left foot past the corner. Then shift your weight back, separate your hands. Pull in your right foot. Swing, step. Brush. Strike. Then roll back. As you shift your weight back, circle your arms so that your left palm is up, facing the middle of your right. Then you turn to the side. Okay, press, pull in the right, attach the left, and expand forward. Your right elbow should be over your right knee. Okay. Then square up your shoulders in the direction of your front foot. Then come back, hands in front of your chest, and push forward to shoulder level. Then fist under elbow. Flatten your hands, pull, turn, press down, release the left foot, push out, ward off with the left to the corner, right foot comes parallel, pull with the left as you shift your weight, pivot on the left ball, change to heel touch, pull up and punch. Okay, we didn't do that before, so let's do a quick review of that one. Okay, so that is like single whip. Okay, you already know single whip. I'm going to do it toward you so you can see a little bit better. So what happens is that if I am pushing, I am going to come back and flatten my hands. I am going to turn and pull, and my foot comes to the straight. Keep going, press down, and then instead of making a hook hand, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push. Then I'm going to step to the corner and ward off. Then I'm going to step with the other foot parallel to this one. Okay, as I shift weight, I'm going to make a pull shape. Pull, pivot on the left, then make a lifting hand with the left as I make a fist with the right. Change my footwork to empty stance heel touch. As I pull up, I punch. So what I'm actually doing is, this is fist under elbow, but it is not fist under my elbow. It's fist under my opponent's elbow. So what I'm doing here is when I'll do it so I'm facing you. Let's see if I can do it facing you. If I, let's see, if I start here, I'm going to end up there. So let's say I start here. Okay. So if I, yeah, okay. Let's say I start here. Okay. So I'm warding off here. Then I'm stepping, pulling as I shift my weight to the right. Then I'm essentially making a circle so I can pull up. So I'm circling and pulling up, making a fist, changing my footwork and punching. So what I'm doing is, when I'm doing this, what I'm doing is I'm pulling my opponent and pushing their elbow up so that I can punch them on the side. So my fist is under their elbow because I'm pushing it up, and then I can punch them on the side. Okay, so that's why the punch comes from the side, because I'm punching the side of the opponent, right? And so you make the circle, you're grabbing their elbow, you're pushing it up so that you can punch them. Okay, so you must make this circle because I can't do it on myself, but I am circling so that I can push this up so that I can punch them on the side. Okay, so if I were to do it from wherever I was doing it before, here, I think. Okay, so if I'm here, pushing, so I am turning and then pushing to the side. And then if I come here, step, so I have to, the trick in terms of where you position your foot is if in the direction you would be doing it. If I were here and I'm pushing out, I step, I'm stepping here. So how do I know where to step? I know these two have to be parallel. What you want to do is make sure that this heel is opposite the line that forms with your toe. So the end of your heel and the front of your toe should be one line, because when you pivot and you change your footwork, you want to be an empty stance, one line, two sides at the end. So that's why it's important when you step, you don't want to step here, because if you do that, you'll be all crossed up. Okay, so make sure that you have enough space here so that when you pivot and you put your heel down, you have enough space. Okay, so that's how you get to fist under elbow. Okay, I'll do it one more time in the direction you would do it. So in the direction you would do it, you would end up here, push. I'll step back, push. Then this is like the beginning of single whip. The right toe goes to the straight because you're going to the diagonal. Push out, step with a ward off. Step, you're starting to grab. You're coming down. You're releasing the front foot. You're making your fist on the right. Change your footwork. Punch. Okay? Then the next part is repulse monkey. I'll show you how to do repulse monkey. Okay? So if you are at fist under elbow, you're here. What you want to do is, I'll show you the footwork first. The footwork is you step behind. You have to lower, you have to make sure that your knee stays bent. Okay? Then you step behind. And then when you put your heel down, you have to have one line, two sides, because you're going to turn this, and that will give you your empty stance with the heel touch. Okay? So you're here, heel touch. Then you're going to step back, here, down, turn. Step back, turn. Step back, turn. And if I do it facing you, if I started with a heel touch, I step back, I put my foot down, I turn, step back, put my foot down, turn. I have one line, two sides between my feet, okay? You have to be careful not to cross. And it takes a little practice because you can't see your feet. You're stepping backwards. So you just have to try it out, okay? And the way it works with your hands is that if you were here, okay, this is like a swing step. So you're going to turn this hand up, swing step. And then when you put your heel down, the hand comes to the shoulder. When you turn the front foot, strike. Okay, so swing step. Heel down, hand to shoulder, turn and strike. Turn and strike. So that's how the coordination works. Okay, so you do 3 of those. Then diagonal flying. Okay, let's say you were here. 1, 2, 3. Once again, you don't want to be going up and down. You want to stay at the same level. Okay. Now the way diagonal flying works, I think it goes a little bit further. Okay, is you are going to put your weight in the back and start turning. Pull in the front, step and close. Okay. So if I do it toward you, if I were doing here, then release the front foot, step and close. Okay, the thing is you have to have a bow stance at the end. So you have to step wide enough so that you don't cross your feet. So it feels like a long opening and you're essentially striking somebody. Okay. So let me show one more time. So here, swing, step, turn and strike. Swing, step, turn and strike. Swing, step, turn and strike. Diagonal flying. Pull in the right, you're turning. Step and close. Okay. So this foot closes and that gives you your bow stance at the end. Okay. Then after that, you have raise hands and step forward. So I'm going to do it not in the same direction you would do it, but so that you can see it. So if I'm here, well, I'll show you. When you did this move before, you did it from here. You turned your foot, root the right heel. You remember doing that? Yeah. So now you're doing it from a different position. You're doing it from here. So how do you do it? You put your weight in the front, pull in the back foot, circle, push off the ball of your front foot, root, close. Then you do white crane and left brush knee. And then instead of doing handstrums salute, you're going to do needle at C bottom. Okay. And the trick for needle at sea bottom is you are here, you yield forward and pull in the right foot. So you're one line, two sides now. Then you come back, you're opposite your head, change your footwork, and sink down. The important thing is you keep your knee lined up with your toe. Don't let your knee come in, okay? It's really bad for your knee. So don't put your knee in just to get lower, okay? You don't have to go very low, but you have to keep your knee lined up, okay? Then after that, you come up, you attach as the right hand turns, step. And this is the other move where you are straight up and down, okay? Straight up and down. Then you do turn body and chop with fist. Okay, so how do you do that? You shift to the right, you circle. Okay, so this is actually pushing somebody away. So you're pushing somebody away. Then when you shift your weight back, you make your fist. Okay, then chop. So when you chop, this is actually like a heel touch empty stance, except that the feet are in the bow stance position. So usually when you're heel touch empty stance, you're here. This one, you're here. But the weight is the same as a heel touch. And you did this before when you did in the first section, you did roll back. Remember, when you did roll back, here, your feet are in bow stance, but your weight is 70 in the back and 30 in the front when you're here. This is the same. So when you're here, you turn, and then make it a bow stance. Shift that 60% to the front at the end. Okay? So this is like a super quick review for you. But I didn't want you to miss out on those parts. Okay? So after you do turn body chop with fist, let's see. So we're here. Then you're going to do parry, block, and punch. Then after that, you're going to do a transition to right ward off. And how does that look? If I'm here, if I did a turn body chop with fist, and I'm here, and then I do a parry, block, and punch. So I already have a fist. I don't have to make a fist at the end, right? Now I'm going to do a transition into right ward off. And how do I do this? I shift my weight back. And this is actually like a left ward off, except I have my fist in a diagonal here. Then, as I shift my weight to the front, I'm going to turn this, pull, ward off from the bottom, pull, step and close, ward off right. Okay, so this is almost like a modified left ward off. That's what it feels like. Okay, so then you get into, then the rest of it is like aggressive bird's tail. Then after that, you get to cloud hands, which is what we were doing before. So now you're all caught up, right? So next class, we will do all of second section once to help you, to remind you, and then we will start doing third section. Is that okay? All right. So I hope that helped you. So thank you very much for coming to class. And I hope that we get caught up. So thank you. And I
Thank you
will
very
see you
much.
next
Thank
week. Or maybe tomorrow, since I'm taking
Yeah.
Didi's 9:30.
Yeah, I'm that.
And then you can get to do brush knee.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Rita. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.